As we go through this adventure of starting in Daniel 11:2 and working our way through 10 presentations, the end in 12:3, as I like to tell people, we're following God's outline or his sequence of events for this whole presentation. All right. 1 John 2. Little children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come, by which we know it is the last hour. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have continued with us. Couple of things I want to point out to you. Number one, is there one Antichrist or more than one Antichrist? That's plural, isn't it? Interestingly, it talks about Antichrist coming out of Christianity even. So our presentation today is Antichrist plural at war, because there are more than one. Now, anti for Antichrist means either in place of or against. So an Antichrist can be against Christ or can put himself in place of Christ. Somebody that's working against the ministry of Jesus or claiming to be Christ, either way, can be Antichrist. And other people ask me, well, isn't the beast or the little horn the Antichrist? Well, yes, they are an Antichrist power, but remember, there's more than one. Now, what we had in presentation 1, from the time of Daniel to the end of sin and suffering, is what Daniel covers in chapter 11, verses 2 through 12:3. We have the king of the north and the king of the south, and they go through phases as we go through. And they're designated by the powers that attack and invade Jerusalem from the north or the south. And we got all the way to the time of Jesus as Prince of the Covenant during the time of Rome as the king of the north in his day. So the question tonight is, what power follows Rome as the king of the north? And what we're going to find is it's like Greece. We have a divided Greek empire with a north and south. We have a divided Roman empire with a north and south. In the Greek empire, we had the Seleucids to the north, the Ptolemies to the south. They fight back and forth, and Jerusalem, the place, and God's people get caught in the middle. So we always have a place and a people in Daniel 11. And then Rome comes in from the north, but it divides multiple ways. And again, he only cares about 2 in Daniel 11. We have Islam that comes after Jerusalem from the south. And then in the Crusades, Christianity comes back in from the north. And Jerusalem gets caught in the middle. And so do God's people. Now, there are 3 conflicts between the king of the north and the king of the south during the divided Roman Empire. Verse 29 actually lists all 3 of them. At the appointed time, he shall return. So this is the king of the north is going to return and go towards the south, but it shall not be like the former or the latter. The first one is the Crusades. This is during the Ottoman Caliphates, or the Turkish Empire, and the latter is the time of the end. The 3 conflicts in Daniel 11. Now, what's interesting, the first and the third are similar because the king of the north gets Jerusalem during those times. Patrick Buchanan, back in 2011, said, as for a climatic conflict between a once Christian West and an Islamic world that is growing in numbers and advancing inexorably into Europe for the 3rd time in 14 centuries. Right. 2011, it was the 3rd conflict beginning. I would agree with him. That is the 3rd one. It is the time of the end. 14 centuries, that's back to the breakup of the Roman Empire. Without knowing it, he was confirming Daniel 11 with a statement. By the way, the Muslims believe they are in the 3rd conflict with the Christian world as well.